welcome back to the Zen Lounge. In this video, I have a very special announcement to share with all of you guys today. The Zen Lounge Validator has officially expanded through the Cosmos, and we are now live on the Juno Network blockchain. The Zen Lounge Validator is very proud to be validating on Juno Network, and we are currently ranked 114th. If you guys are unfamiliar with Juno Network, I have some videos in the past. We've been around Juno since the early days. It was airdropped. It's a community project. Airdrop 1-to-1 to Atom stakers with a max airdrop of 50K. So even if you had 100,000 Atom staked, you only received a max 50,000 Atom. It's one of the most community-based projects in Cosmos. They're spearheading CosmWasm innovation. I'm going to share with you a video real quick. So they brand themselves as the incubator of the Interchain. And let's watch this video from some of the devs that are working on the project, share what Juno is to them.
I think is one of the unique points of our chain is that we are a DAO. In many ways, that's kind of playing on hard mode, but I think it's going to be really worth it in the long term if we can build that sort of self-organizing community.
The idea was one of the actual Core 1 members, that is block creators, and he had this idea and I started basically making people together in a Telegram chat, and then we did a list of the things that were needed and everyone was contributing with one piece. The focus of Juno is to have smart contracts that are interoperable with each other and also with other blockchains inside the Cosmos ecosystem or the Interchain.
In many ways with Juno, we were forced to create good DAO tooling because that was the only way that we could actually effectively self-organize.
Juno was definitely one of the first one to take advantage of IBC with smart contracts.
And I think that we've learned a lot of things and actually pioneered some concepts that are starting to get talked about all over. Everyone's talking about sub-DAOs now. We're working on a whole new Juno constitution. We have a core working group of a lot of diverse group of projects, economics-minded people, business-minded people, communications-minded people, obviously some developers as well.
So on Juno, we have a particular structure that it's made by sub-DAOs. So the Juno network is managed in different small groups of people that are very specific to different topics. So if you want to contribute to Juno, just try to understand what are your skills and maybe if you can fit and if you can help any of these sub-DAOs.
Maybe you're a validator and you just want to vote on software upgrades. But maybe you also care about communication stuff, so you kind of want to weigh in there. Or maybe you care about project funding and you want to participate in project funds and not just participate by voting on how community funds are used, but maybe you want to contribute your own funds to projects. The definition of community investing should be much broader than it is. Part of it is developer culture and creating that culture of developers that are creating the next generation of protocols. You launch on Juno, you take advantage of cutting edge features, you take advantage of a really cool network of developers and a rich community and maybe some funding opportunities that are on chain. I've been talking with a lot of private investors because we want to create this culture of build your project on Juno, launch here, and then take it everywhere in the Interchain.
And there is also a more, I would say, anarchic way to do things, that if you just have an idea, if you want to shape Juno in a different way, if you want to change tokenomics, you can just write down a governance proposal draft.
We're incubating really valuable protocols that are beneficial to the entire Interchain. And we have a strong community of developers and we're also OG, right? I could literally just get kicked out of all the things I'm in, and, that's great. That kind of accountability just doesn't happen really on any other chain. And that's what I think real decentralization is.
There is no foundation, there is no central entity that can say, no, this proposal is bad. There are some people that are influencing on Twitter about it. Of course, it's totally normal, but there is no central entity that have the actual voting power to just broadcast a vote and, veto any proposal. That's not possible on Juno.
And yes, there are challenges. There have been a lot of challenges along the way, but it's important to still not lose the big picture, to not throw the baby out with the bathwater. There's still some awesome things about Juno that make it really unique as this community kind of run chain.
So as I scroll down, I'm going to share some thoughts with you guys real quick. So you can see they have a brand new website design. So they have been building in the bear market, continuing to develop their brand. And you could find everything that you need to know about Juno right here on junonetwork.io. So one of the interesting things, so I said the airdrop, was one of the, best airdrops in Cosmos history. Beyond that, what I've noticed in the bear market, tons of Cosmos projects had to revamp their tokenomics through governance proposals, adjusting inflation, etc. Juno Network never had to do that. The tokenomics, the long-term plan for the tokenomics, in my opinion, have been proven to be a lot better than a majority of the other tokens that had to change so far. We'll have to see long-term. But there's also a really cool project that I did an interview with, apps on Juno, Nride. So Nride is basically a decentralized Uber. So soon from your wallet, you'll be able to order an Uber and pay with Cosmos-based assets and do peer-to-peer Uber-based ride hailing without having to pay a middleman. That's beautiful. It's all going to be controlled by smart contracts and a DAO. So there's some really cool projects building. But most importantly is CosmWasm is exploding right now. You see Injective, which is CosmWasm based, exploding. Kujera, CosmWasm based. Osmosis. It's CosmWasm season. And Juno is one of the projects spearheading CosmWasm innovation. They're at the forefront of smart contract innovation powered by the cutting edge CosmWasm platform. And there's no VCs involved. So like I said earlier, it's 100% community owned. So Juno grew out of the community, which is especially important for a smart contract foundation. In contrast to most other interchange projects, Juno received no funding from VCs. So Juno delivers smooth cross-chain interactions. They have built-in DAOs. DAOs is one of their staples. You guys saw the video, why? One of the bull cases for Juno in this bull market is, my opinion, mesh security. If you look at the GitHub, you see they're actively working on mesh security, and Juno Network is part of Mesh Alliance. So they're aiming for reinforced blockchain protection, enhancing security in the interchain. And mesh security is supposed to be a huge solution. Sunny from Osmosis is working on it. The Akash team is working on it. Juno team is working on it. The Mesh Security Alliance could be a big narrative for Juno. The tokenomics are another narrative. And then the last narrative, remember, this is not financial advice. I'm just sharing the news of my validator going live. But if you guys are unfamiliar with Cosmos ecosystem, you have a Cosmos wallet. Airdrops farming is a real thing in Cosmos. There are so many airdrops happening in the Zen Lounge. It's impossible to keep up with videos, and there's a lot of airdrops going on. And how you airdrop farm in Cosmos is you have to stake a minimum of, a bunch of different Cosmos assets like Atom, Osmo, and Juno is another one of those top tokens. Last bull cycle, lots of projects airdrop to the Juno community, lots of projects airdrop to the Osmo community, lots of projects airdrop to the Atom community. So the more people that are coming in that hear about the airdrop farming, the more people are going to want to start accumulating the blue chips to qualify for the airdrops. And there's not that many Juno to go around for everyone, especially as Web3 and the Cosmos keeps growing. So like I said, this is just a quick video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Stake to the Zen Lounge support. I would love to be in the top 100. That would make me very excited. And we are hosting a big community meetup event in February. So all stakers will be invited to the Los Angeles meetup. And maybe a really cool project on Juno Network is going to be there. Maybe that will give you a reason to come. So, all right, guys, everybody have an awesome day and peace.